Hi, this is KGM Jam, owner of Pro Advertisers Club, a totally free to advertise site. Go to proadvertisersclub.com and join for free. Okay, some news today. I'm still researching it. I'm not going to be able to do much more tonight, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw this out there. You might have already heard about this, but this was released about an hour ago, a couple hours ago, and there's all sorts of guesses, but it's September 8th is when it's going to happen or be announced or be dropped. And this is what happened on September 8th, 1966. So are we going to see the Star Trek license that be announced or be dropped? Is it all full ahead? But something is happened on September 8th. It's probably going to be Star Trek. Unless they're, but if you watch it playing here, if I can get it to play, it's not doing that. There it goes. It's moving like Star Trek. You see how the stars are going back, just like in the entry of every episode. So I'm pretty 99.99% sure it's Star Trek. So we're going to find out more about that, but that's will be a great drop. Also, that means we don't have a drop until Thursday of next week. So almost 6 more days, 7 more days. So that's the latest news that I've got. Let's go check out the Ecomi price. It's pretty much where it was this morning. It did go up 3%. Its market cap went up a little bit percent. Its volume is down, but that is going to change here. And when it does change, especially after December when Ethereum 2.0 kicks in. I think that's when they'll be fully integrated, maybe a little bit earlier, maybe a little bit later. And that's when we'll start having some changes as far as the OMI token, which is tied to the Veve gems, will be more accessible and maybe even start to see where we can draw stuff off of the site as far as money or gems or OMI or even eventually the NFTs themselves. They're still going to make money off of the licensing fees. They can, I imagine, attach that to wherever it goes. Whenever everybody buys and sells it, there would be, like on OpenSea, it's called a royalty for those who created it, for the artist. We are not the artist. So if you own it and you sell it, you're not going to get anything because you did not create it. You are not the artist. They will in the form of licensing fees. OpenSea, you can make your own NFT for free. Costs There's a one-time fee to try to sell it, which once you pay that, you can sell it forever on OpenSea for free. But and there might be a little fee for selling once you sell it. That I'm not sure because I've never sold anything on it. But there is a royalty. I did create an NFT. It's if you go to my YouTube channel, the picture of the semi trucks parked in the snow on the in the middle of Colorado in the winter, and that's my first NFT. I was able to mint it. I made one of them, and I immediately put it up for sale for 2 Ethereum. And I haven't had one bite yet. I haven't even advertised it. I don't even been able to get back to it. But so what I'm trying to say is, one day you will be able to take the NFTs off, probably put them in code storage, sell them on a different platform like OpenSea. Again, there's so much possibilities coming up. It's just uh, going to get better every day. Okay. So that's the news. Now, as far as the comics are going, the statues and the Mighty Marvels, the I got up this morning and the Red Skull was $180, and he'd been hovering around 150 for about a week, and so that's right where he's at about now. The Doctor Doom has come up to 120, 130 now, down from up from a low of 90. Everything without no drop coming or happening in the last few days and not coming for another week. People have kind of been able to regroup and start getting stuff that they want, and the holders are starting to realize I need to hold this stuff, and the flippers are getting short because there's less and less selling. The the secret rares, especially the very first one, the Marvel Comics with the Human Torch on the front, that has skyrocketed. It's $7,000 to $8,000. You could get it last week for 1,000, 1.2, 2.1, whatever, and that's just gone crazy. So all the secret rares have. When I saw, I think the cheapest one I saw, somebody had posted the Spider-Man secret rare for $350. I did not get it. Didn't have the money, but I did go after it to look at it, and by then it was gone. So somebody got a very good deal on the Spider-Man secret rare. So prices are inching their way up in the comics pretty much all across the board. There's any rares that are below 50, a great buy. Any ultra rares below 100 are incredible buys right now. I know it doesn't seem that way because most of them are under 100, but they are. And if you can swing it, I would grab some. But the numbers, if you notice, if you go into the app and look, all the amount of people selling is dropping big time. Now the commons, especially on House of X, the Deadpool, which is shocking. Uh, they're still $4 around, 5 and 4. Haven't seen anything below 4 today, but any of the commons are nice. If you're kind of limited on funds, grab some commons. Those are going to be worth, I imagine, $25. Not too long. I see the uncommons at 50. I see the rares, all the rares over 100, 150, and I see ultra rares at between 3 to 500. And I'm not talking long, by January, if not sooner. Uh, but when the drop comes, the next drop, people will drop their prices. They'll throw stuff up there to unload that they got extra of because they want to get into the next drop. That's a good time to shop. If you're patient, and remember, they close the market an hour before, half an hour to an hour. I haven't been able to tie that down yet, but before the drop, they close the market. So if you're going to go shop and get there a couple hours early, maybe the night before, prices are good and pretty much all the way up till the closing of the market, and pick yourself up some good deals. Okay. Um, the buy right now that I think is the best deal on the Marvel stuff. I haven't looked at all the other VV stuff. I just got into this because of Marvel, and I'm slowly starting to study the other stuff. There's probably some great deals on that stuff. I'm not ignoring it on purpose. It's just I have no knowledge of it whatsoever. I know the DC stuff looks great. I'd like to get some of that, but I'm like everybody else, kind of short on money. But the Captain America statue, the rare, is under. I think it's $65. That's almost a 40% drop from the what you paid for, had to pay 100 for. And the statues are going to do well, eventually. So I think that's one of the better deals um, on that side. It's catch up right now with the Doctor Doom and Red Skull. Those are the highest prices I've seen on them. I think Doctor Doom on the first day did go up to $150 for about an hour, but then it quickly dropped. But of course, all the commons on the Mighty Marvels are still good. But the Spider-Man drop, the first Marvel drop, the rare and the uncommon and the common, you can pretty much get all three for under 200, and that's not going to last long. That's going to dry up. It is. So I am not a advisor, a financial advisor. Uh, this is for entertainment purposes only. So do so. Listen to me at your own risk, but check it out yourself. So an exciting day. Every day is exciting at Veve. Every single day, there's something new, something happening. Um, there's so much going on, and if you've seen in my last videos, I was not knocking, the punk NTFs, uh, NFTs. I'm sorry, but what I was trying to compare was if those are going for what they're going for, and I don't understand why they are. I don't think a lot of people do. But there's a lot of money going at it. We're talking millions of dollars. But look at what they are compared to what you're getting with Veve. And I think the people, especially who are in this now and got in back in October, are going to have a hell of a payday coming because you've got quality, you've got licensing. Now, I'm sure the punks are licensed in some way from whoever started it. And from what I understand, several of those, the apes and the punks, they've been going to Hollywood and they're trying to get a movie thing set up. Now, this is a theory. Then I'm gonna let you go because it's getting late. And this is just something that I thought about. Vivi's been going after licenses for quite a while, years, 2, 3 years maybe. And this other stuff that we see that's going off the charts that nobody's ever heard of before. So you kind of ask yourself, why are people so into that? Well, there's history there. There's probably a really strong base that have been there for a very long time, but they also kind of didn't have a choice if all the licenses that of any substance were already taken up by Veve and any other platforms that were going to get drop on us. So just like Netflix is getting, where they're losing all their licenses and they're having to make their own content, they've done an excellent job. They've created content. They're selling them like crazy. They're making money. Now they're going to go make TV shows for them. Probably get some shows made up. And if they catch on, those platforms have now made their own path. Okay. And it's possible. And it's probably going to happen. It's way out of my league. I think the cheapest ones you can get is $800. And I, to be honest, I really haven't checked into it because it's the only reason I got into this was because of the comics. And now I'm hooked. And now I'm looking at I'm starting to learn more about NFTs, but Vive's for me was the perfect entry platform level. It was friendly, user friendly. It was something I'm interested in and have been for all my life. And I see the more I've researched, the better I've liked this platform. It's incredible. I mean, I'm not saying we don't get bad news one day, but I have not found a shred of bad news. I found some things that I'm interested in, like the Immutable X, why you can't get it in the United States. But those are just, going to have to research it and find out. But nothing but good news on this. And I'm really excited, as I can tell when I watch my fellow YouTubers and what they're putting out, the passion they have for this. Um, it's strong. It's really strong. So I'm going to let you go. I've rambled on long enough, and you all have a good night. And I will see you in the morning with an AM report. Thank you.